Trying to multitask here a little bit, Josh. Good morning from the office. Sending out some text messages. Okay. Let me see what number 51 is here in a minute, Josh. Let me look at that one. Hang tight. 822. Josh and I going over a couple pictures. Just bear with me just a second. While you're waiting for me to get this show on the road, just be thankful we're not CNN or NBC this morning. 51's not good quality. Go with it anyway, Josh. I know 51 is not very good quality. I have a backup on that, but let's just go with it anyway to start our morning, okay, bud? Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can get in touch with the show, get involved. There you go. There's our phone number, our email address, and all the social media ways you can follow the show. How low can you go? How low can you? It's like the limbo. Can you get up under the carpet? Wow. Trump, the president of the United States, and I know, Josh, I'm running behind this morning, but as soon as you can pull up number 2, throw it on the screen. All right. There you go. NBC sunk lower than CNN with the president. Now, the president of the United States did not say that CNN is creditable, but he's said, hey, these guys are so bad. NBC, you're below them. Wow. And you know what? I agree with the president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, that NBC is as low as they can go. I watched this morning. I actually bowed out about 9 minutes in. I had enough with Minka and Joe this morning. And NBC, I do not watch the nightly shows and the afternoon shows, but they're terrible. How about that? Just leave it there, right? Now, yesterday, the president of the United States, the chosen one. Oh, by the way, let me start by telling you, are you ready? Let me see if I can get this off. I gotta get my hair. Let me put my glasses on. I mean, I don't want to be totally, let's see. I am the chosen one. Just getting a little heavenly sunshine to bring you the truth, the bold analysis. I have been chosen to do that. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a day. You know, President of the United States, I would like to know if I get a chance and sit down with the President of the United States, which I deserve a sit down. I go around and I say, you know, people don't really deserve things. I deserve a sit down. Donald, I deserve a one-on-one. I mean, if you watch my show, I'm here every day bringing it. I bring it, baby. Anyhow, let me move along from that. But if I had an opportunity, one of the things I would discuss with the President of the United States, I want to know what it's like when he goes out that White House door and he's headed over for Marine One and he's crossing the lawn and he sees all the cameras set up. I wonder what he's thinking, like, let me go mess with them today. I will spin their heads off. They just don't know what's coming. What a transparent president we have. Okay, transparent president. He will stop 35 minutes. I mean, the chopper is flopping around. The guys are standing out there at full attention, waiting for him to get on the chopper. Hey, man, we got to get over to Andrews. We got to get you on Air Force One. We got to get you over to Denmark so you can look her in the eye and say, you're nasty. Don't be nasty to America. But you take, Mr. President, 35 minutes to take any question from the press. You know, I see weasel, wimpy, sissy, cowardly little politicians that if the press calls, they say, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Because they're in fear of being asked a question, not our president. No, 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 no. No one is out. No one is out in front of the president. Okay. I absolutely love it. Okay. Because in the media, I do talk to politicians or elected officials, and I have been asked in the past, what do you want to talk about? Now, I have a rule. I don't care to say, hey, we want to talk about, upcoming hearings on Capitol Hill or something like that. But specifically, what I'm going to ask, I will never script my questions for any politician. Okay. And Donald Trump, I want to thank you, Mr. President, for setting that standard. Our former presidents, and it's just a direction I don't want to go, they are such cowards. They were such cowards of the media that they would have their press people have the media turn in questions, things like that. They did not just go out and go, all right, you. Nobody's out in front of the president of the United States and says, hey, the president's coming out. He's going to Marine One to go out to Andrews. He will stop by and talk to you. Who has questions? Let me see where we're going this morning. It doesn't happen. They do have someone in the press department or whatever press that goes out and says, hey, you know what? President's going to stop and talk to you. But I don't want to keep on with that. Yesterday, the president said he is the chosen one to deal with China. Now, the media, not wasting time there, they chop up the president's comments. It was a 35-minute press conference. Okay. So we decided, I did this morning that I was going to take the 35-minute press conference. I was going to listen to the whole entire thing. I was going to go down the time frames. Josh has the time frames. And we want to let you hear exactly what your president of the United States said. You have no media. Now, no is, I guess, a big word. You have no hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media that actually brings the truth on these press conferences. Okay. No one. All right. There's some other daily shows that do, some other websites that do. I give them credit. I read their material, but not in the corporate, okay, deep state media. And in fact, I would like to be on the White House lawn and ask a couple questions. Josh, let me go through here. I know I was a little late getting you pictures, but number one is AOC +3. Okay. Trump is going to run with that. AOC +3. Trying to do everything we can to make it the face of the Democrat Party. Yes, we will play the clip where Donald Trump says NBC is actually lower than CNN. Okay. Now I want to show you before we get into the video. Okay. Because I go on the morning shows and I clip a lot of the bylines and I clip a lot of the things that they're talking about of misinformation they're giving the American people. Number 3, if you have it there, Josh, are we good to go on picks? Can we go? Good. All right. We'll keep running through here. So I want to show this, and then we're going to get into the actual press conference. Okay. So number 3 this morning, again, Trump administration to lift limit on how long it can detain migrant families. Well, you know what I said yesterday. Families that are detained together stay together because they can't get out. I kill myself, right? I love that one. Hey, we know where you are. You guys are in cell number 3. Yep, family of 6. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, man, you come here illegally. You bring the Bambinos or whatever they are. I don't know. I don't care, right? You know me well enough. I don't care. Bring the little Bambinos. You got them on the back. You're carrying the kids. You're sneaking across. And boom, you're in a family. You now have a new family plan. And your family plan is a cage. Oh, they go nuts. All right. Anyhow, so the media, there we go. Number 4, new immigration rules allows longer detention of migrant families. Oh my God. So number 5, I'm going through some bylines right now because we're going to get to the press conference where actually the President of the United States addresses everything. New immigration rule allows longer detention for migrant families. Okay, there's some of the things going on this morning. Number 6, Josh, number 6, fact checking Trump's claim that he didn't start family separation at the border. You know, New York Times, I will tell you this. I will say it for myself, okay? Will I find things to talk about? Obviously. I've always found things to talk about. But New York Times, so many of these media outlets, if something happens, the president is not reelected for a second term, you're going down the tubes. You are flat going down the tubes. When the day comes, okay, you remember Daniel Phibbs or Gibbs, and you remember all the was it 3 or 4 very lying, the pasty white girls. Remember the pasty white girl at the State Department, the pasty white girl at the press office, the president's press office there, and Daniel Gibbs and the rest of them, whatever their name was. They all come out and lied. They looked at the camera and just told amazing. They were amazing. I mean, lies, well scripted, well written lies to the American people. And they have the nerve to talk about Donald Trump. If Donald Trump is not reelected, we are going to go back to the boring days of these little Poindexters sitting in a room. Call me. I'm next. I'm next. I'm next. How is the president doing this morning? How is Joe? If it's Joe Biden, how is Joe Biden doing this morning? Is he calling China? We're going to go back to those boring press conferences. But anyhow, New York Times I think will fail and collapse without being able to talk about the president of the United States. Number 7, new immigration rules. They always bring in Danny Savalas. Now, the guy with the red tie, number 7, Danny Savalas, NBC, don't get overworked on this immediately, because I know if I ever come close to saying I like, and it includes NBC, every once in a while I like Danny Savalas. Every once in a while, okay? Because they always bring him on here. New immigration rule. He's an attorney or he's got a legal background, and he's their go-to guy. New immigration rule allows longer detention for migrant families. This is their 6 a.m. Let me keep through here. We're gonna keep going through, because these are press conference. Now, everything I'm bringing up has to do with the press conference yesterday that they are not showing the American people. They're showing small clips, very small clips of the press conference yesterday. Number 11, Josh, number 11, NPR, okay? Again, with the family migrant. Now, trying to keep my focus here, but if you'll notice a pattern, okay? I said, I'm going to go back a year ago or whatever. I said, you know what? The hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media, they go over to the chalkboard, and they've got Russian collusion, delusion, and they've got migrant children, and they got crisis at the border, and they've got gun violence. Not me saying it, them saying gun. They have all impeached Trump. Let's see. They've got all of these things written down. And what is the word? Regurgitate, I guess. I don't know. And they just keep running back a cycle. So we're back to the family separation. Okay. Now, this goes with the press conference yesterday, because we're talking about that before we get into it. And I want you to see what the media is doing this morning. The lower than CNN. Wow. I think I'll play that clip first, Josh, when we get to it. Number 12, Josh. 12, I am the chosen one. Trump proclaims as he defends trade war with China. I am the chosen one. I'm the chosen one. I love it. Why didn't I think of that? Donald, I should have grabbed that. The chosen one. The bold. I still want to grab it. Okay. I want to do, Josh, write this down. I want to do like a pick on the set And then I want to put I'm the chosen one, the bold truth and reality. Wow. Write that down, Josh. Write it down. Okay, number 12. Oh, we are, that's where we're at. Sorry, folks. We will get to the tax cuts. All right. Here, number 14, the Wall Street Journal. Cut the Trump uncertainty tax. Cut the Trump uncertainty tax. Okay, number 15. This is a picture from the White House lawn yesterday. Number 15, MSNBC. Trump on his China trade war. I am the chosen one. Okay, now we're going to start here. And Josh, we're going to keep going. Okay, and we may come back to some of these picks. But Morning Joe, they come out and they want to open up with making fun of the president. Yes, they love to make fun of our president. When you talk about anti-Semitic, when you talk about racist, when you talk about anything, if you would listen in the morning the way they treat our president of the United States, there has never been. I'm going to get it all together soon, folks. There has never been a time, no matter if it's on the right, okay? It's my opinion. Never is a big word. I'm not supposed to use that. I don't think there's ever been a time when right wing, I mean, you can probably find some websites. Chan 8. If you go to 8chan and 4chan, you might hear it. But there's never been a time when any media, Fox News at night, anyone actually talked about Barack Hussein Obama and made fun of Obama like the media does our president, Donald J. Trump. No matter what you say, yes, they throw a little, we're not supposed to say shots, but they threw some shots here and threw some shots here in cartoons, whatever, but nothing the way they do the president of the United States. So MSNBC opened up this morning, and what they did is they Morning Joe went to all kinds of movie clips. So we're not going to go into that, where the statement was made, I am the chosen one, or whatever, or something concerning the gods. And their byline, the gods must be crazy this morning. Number 16, the golden child, number 16, there's Eddie Murphy. I don't know all these movies, but they went through and made fun of our president. I am the chosen one. It's okay that Bill Clinton, while his pants were around his ankles, Thursday. I almost got through the week without saying stuff like that. It's okay. I could just see Bill with his shirt unbuttoned, pants around his ankles, and an intern. We'll leave it there. Okay. I know you're mad, but I don't care. And get me China on the phone. Yes, sweetheart. Yes, sweetheart. China. Yeah, you want to be part of the World Organization? All right, good. Hey, China, you want to be part of the WTO, World Trade Organization? Well, I'm okay with that. You don't know what else I'm okay with, but I'm okay with you being a part of the WTO and really wrecking this world economy and, devaluating. I got it. But I'm in the middle of something right now, and I'll have to call you back. Whatever. I don't know. So it's okay, Bill. I know that you're like, really? You say stuff like, look, this piece of no good garbage, this piece of crap off the bottom of your shoe, Bill Clinton and Epstein and Pedophile Island and Prince Andrew, okay? And his little 17-year-old, allegedly to me, looks like she's 17-year-old, okay? He's taking a picture. He sent it to the Queen. Mommy, look at my tenderoni. I've got to get past that. But here we go. Number 16, if we already have it up, the gods must be crazy. Number 17 this morning, Morning Joe, the gods must be crazy this morning. Nothing about the press conference. Number 18, The Matrix, the gods must be. This is all surrounding President Trump saying, I am the chosen one, okay? Number 19, Star Wars, Episode 1, okay? The Chosen One, all right? Then we have Indiana Jones, number 20, Josh. The Chosen One. Okay. Then they made fun of the president of the United States using You know, The Simpsons, number 21 there, Josh. The gods must be crazy. Okay. They went on to number 22, Josh. The gods must be crazy. There you go. Another shot. And there they are. The three pieces of garbage. I got to come up with some words today. I'm going to look into some words because I don't want to say something I'm going to regret. Regrets, I have a few, but I did it my way. Bold, the chosen one, right here with you this morning. There's Minka, Joe, and little Willie. Willie won't. The gods must be crazy. 6 a.m. That's how they opened the show, making fun of our president. Nothing about China, intellectual properties, nothing about how Tim Cook at Apple picks up the phone and calls Donald Trump. Now, look, agree or disagree, but I love the Tim Cook, Apple CEO comment from the president that you're going to hear this morning that you're not hearing anywhere else, maybe somewhere else. I don't know, but I'm bringing it to you. Okay. So that's how they opened up. And there you got number 24, Trump's week of flip-flops and contradictions. Okay. Number 25, Josh, rolling right along. 25, Trump repeats anti-Semitic trope over American Jews, dual loyalty to Israel. Anti-Semitic. What about the two congresswomen? You know, do you ever, can you get, I can't. All right. I know you send me a message. Tell me that, you know, help me work through this. I cannot really get my head. Now, Keith Ellison is a Muslim, right? I cannot get my head around. I cannot wrap anything around the fact that the American people in districts elected two, okay, congresswomen of color, Muslims. Can't get it, can't get it, can't get it. Remember, we changed the rule, okay? Go back to number 1 real quick. See the woman that wears a sheet on her head, whatever her name is, Omar, number 1. Okay, I think it's 1, right? Or 2, whichever one. 1, 2, wherever the 3, the AOC plus 3. We changed the rules. Remember that. Nancy Pelosi changed the rules in the House of Representatives to allow her to have her head covering. Right. There was no head covering in the House of Representatives until Nancy brought in Omar, the Jew-hating Muslim. We changed the rules for one. I like to say this for a reason. 435. 435 members of the House of Representatives and one head wrap. Okay, God knows. Take that thing off so the brain can breathe a little bit. But one head wrap, and we changed the rules. So there's number 25. Let's get back to that one. Okay, they claim the president anti-Semitic. Okay, number 26. We're going to roll this out. Isn't that anti-Semitic a reporter? We're going to give you Trump's answer because you're not getting Trump's answer anywhere of what happened when that reporter isn't that anti-Semitic. Trump repeats it. Okay, let's go to 27. We got to get to our break here. Trump repeats anti-Semitic trope over American Jews, dual loyalty. Okay, number 28. They are going Jew crazy this morning. Number 28, report. And I'll tell you why. I told you yesterday. Because the president of the United States, I don't want to say picks groups, but the racism, they freaked out on racism because Trump is actually appealing to black voters in America. They have freaked out on immigration because I tell you what, you take the legal, okay, Hispanic in this country that says, hey, I did everything the right way, and these people are just, they're going to come in and take my job. You see, they're not taking white, but let's see, how do I do that? Let's just say they're not taking the jobs that you think they are coming in this country. They're taking other Latinas, Hispanic. Boom. That's like a cheer, right? I feel like I'm on the side. Latino. No, Yeah, Latino, Latina, Hispanic. Boom. They're taking their jobs. Absolutely. So Trump is making headway with this group. Now, the Jewish group. Jewish vote in America that votes Democrat. And this is why they are freaking out, because there's almost no way in the world to hide, other than a head covering, these Muslims in the Democrat Party that want to defund Israel. So they are freaking out. This is damage control for them to try to save Democrat vote. Number 29, your critics have said that is an anti-Semitic remark. How do you respond to that? Number 29. And here they are, number 30, the two Jew-hating congresswomen. Yes, they do. They hate Jews. Don't tell me they don't, okay? Jews who vote Democrat are very disloyal. That's number 30. Here's the two Jew-hating Democrat Muslim congresswomen, okay, out of 435, two of them there. Number 30. And let's see if I have anything else. Let's do this one, go to break. I'm running a little long, but this guy knows he's in trouble. This guy is totally in fear of this whole defund Israel on the Democrat side. They don't know what to do. So they bring out the top Jew massager. What would you say? Masseuse, right? Get a massage. This guy's been massaging Jews for years. I know you're so damn mad, but I'm telling you, it's the bold truth coming right into your living room this morning. Number 33, Senator Schumer on Trump's disloyalty remarks. They brought out Schumer. They're in trouble. To my fellow American Jews, particularly those who support President Trump, when President Trump uses a trope that has been used against the Jewish people for centuries with dire consequences, he is encouraging wittingly or unwittingly anti-Semitic Semites throughout the country and the world. Enough is enough. Your Jewish masseuse, Chuck Schumer. I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. Now, when we come back, we've gone through all this. We're going to go into the press conference of the truth of what President Trump really said yesterday. Josh, take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead. The summer truck event is here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. So come get a payload of savings on Georgia's favorite trucks, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,000 off Colorado crew cabs. Every Chevy truck and SUV is discounted for this special event. Don't miss out. The summer truck event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Okay, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, doing a little multitasking here this morning, Josh. Now, Josh, let's immediately let everybody know how they can always contact the show. Tell me you do not. Hey, if you don't like me telling you I'm the chosen one this morning to bring you the bold, that's it, truth. There you go. If you don't like it, text me. There's all the ways. Now, yesterday, Josh, let's go back into it. Number 2, the President of the United States. Now, he goes out there, and I tell you, I would like to be there one day. I got to give this guy credit. I tell you what, I have waited my whole life for a President of the United States to just tell the media off. So we'll go with that. Josh, let me get this up. Josh, let's open up. This is the President of the United States. Let's go with, let me make sure. Let's start this video, and I will give you the high sign when I want to come back. Let's go with 2120. 2120 in the video where he talks about NBC and Joe Biden. And let's play that till I tell you to come back.
November 9th, the president. The stock market is up over 50%.
But you said Joe Biden's staff. They like to attack Joe Biden for his staff.
This guy is the most biased reporter, NBC. You know, I made a lot of money for NBC with The Apprentice, and I used to like them, but they are the most biased. Peter is such a bias. You should be able to ask a question, same question in a better way. You are so obviously biased. And that's why the public has no confidence in the media. Go ahead, give me. Go ahead. Joe Biden doesn't have it. Let me just tell you about Joe Biden. Joe Biden doesn't have it.
You said that the mass shooting happened in Toledo when it happened in Dayton. So is that fair game?
Joe Biden doesn't have it. Go ahead.
Is that fair game, sir, for you?
Well, I think the New York Times now has totally lost credibility. They've given up on the Russian collusion delusion. And now what they're doing is they're trying the racist deal. And that's not going to work because I am the least racist person ever to serve in office, okay? I am the least racist person. But the New York Times, they're trying everything they can. It is a totally dishonest newspaper. It's a paper that really has lost tremendous credibility. And let me tell you, in 6 years, or maybe 10 or maybe 14, right? In 6 years, when I'm not here, the New York Times goes out of business very quickly. And you know who else goes out? Like NBC News. NBC News has less credibility, in my opinion, with guys like you than CNN. I think CNN has more credibility than NBC News.
A couple additional questions. Why should you be trusted?
Did you hear what I said? I said you have more credibility than this guy. Go ahead. And that's not saying much.
Did you hear what I said? I said you have more credibility than this guy. And that's not saying much. Come on, man. You got to love it. The guy's like wanting to talk about Biden gaffes versus Trump gaffes. Is it fair play? Is it fair play? You guys, really? So NBC hit a lower threshold, okay? We know that Biden cannot get through a day without multiple gaffes. I mean, we talked about his RFK, Robert Kennedy assassination in 68 when he said in the 70s. We talk, if you have Joe Biden, the black vote, you should probably learn 1968 is when Martin Luther King was assassinated, also not the 70s. So Trump goes, boom, full steam on that. Let's go to another one, Josh. So if you just joined us, sorry, you missed I call them the bylines, whatever, of the media going nuts this morning because Trump said he is the chosen one, okay? The media is doing no research into China. No research whatsoever into China. It's not they're not doing research. They're not reporting the theft, the intellectual property. These corporations that call the president, like Tim Cook, Apple CEO, they know the truth. They know what's happened. They know what the Bill Clinton and the rest of them, I mean, George W. Bush, Obama, all of them just red carpet China, rape our companies, okay, devalue your currency. Now, President Trump, and I don't want to get off the rails, talks about China being a currency manipulator, okay? And we have Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, a nice Jewish fella, right? Another Jewish fella. You know, Trump has, let's see how I can say this without offending you. Not possible. He has a couple Jews in the cabinet. Couple, okay? One being his son-in-law with his grandchildren. Kushner, know the name well. But they push and they push. They are in big trouble. But he labeled China a currency manipulator in the World Trade Organization, okay? Before, all right? You have been sitting here for years and your stuff just sitting USA on the shelves because China, nobody had the cojones to go up against China and say, you know what? You're not going to drop your currency 15%, no tariffs. And here we got on the choice, Chinese bungee straps or whatever for $1 and, a set of wrenches for $3 and American bungee straps at $1.80 because you manipulated your currency. You have no tariffs and you just throw them on the shelf for $1. And then, you've got American companies that we can't make a good, nice wrench anymore and put on the shelf for, $15 because China's putting them on there for $9, no tariffs, devaluing their currency. I mean, it's very simple, folks, if you take a minute. But no, did Bill Clinton say anything? No. Did Obama? No. George W.? They talked about it, right? They talked. Never. We have to. Trump says he is the chosen one. Let's get into that just in a minute, okay? Let's see which one we want now. Let's go to 950 on Israel. And then we're going to go to 3341. So at 9:50, when I give you the high sign here, go to 3341. Let's play them simultaneously. Is that what you do? Take it, Josh. Israel.
Yesterday you said that Jews and everything used to vote for Democrats are disloyal. To whom are they being disloyal, sir? And if that's
So I have been responsible for a lot of great things for Israel. One of them was moving the embassy to Jerusalem, making Jerusalem the capital of Israel. One of them was the Golan Heights. One of them, frankly, is Iran. Iran is a very far weakened nation right now, much different. Hopefully something works out. We'll see if it happens. It happens. Wait a minute. Wait. No president has ever done anywhere close to what I've done between Golan Heights, Jerusalem, Iran, and other things.
Are Americans, sir.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. No president has done what I've done. We have a group, I call it AOC plus 3. You could call the person Representative Tlaib. You could say Representative Omar. You could go any way you want to go. They are anti-Semites. They are against Israel. She had a plan to greatly embarrass Israel by going there with the fact that she wanted to see her grandmother. I assume that's true. I hope that's true. But it was very bad. Very bad. The things that she and others of that group and other Democrats have said. And they have become the face of the Democratic Party. And I will tell you this. In my opinion, the Democrats have gone very far away from Israel. I cannot understand how they can do that. They don't want to fund Israel. They want to take away foreign aid to Israel. They want to do a lot of bad things to Israel. In my opinion, you vote for a Democrat, you're being very disloyal to Jewish people, and you're being very disloyal to Israel. And only weak people would say anything other than that.
You're American first, no?
Your critics have said that is an anti-Semitic remark. Well, how do you respond to that?
I haven't heard anybody say that, just the opposite. I think that if you vote for a Democrat, you're very, very disloyal to Israel and to the Jewish people. Well, I'm at 94% now in the Republican Party, the highest in history, the highest of any Republican. So, less power than you do.
If Jews vote for Democrats, are they being disloyal to Israel? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'd say so, yeah.
Isn't that anti-Semitic to say?
No. It's only in your head. It's only anti-Semitic in your head. If you look at what Tlaib, Omar, Cortez, if you look at what these people, I say, if you just AOC plus 4 or plus 3, if you look at what they say, they are so bad for Israel. They are so bad for Jewish people. You take a look at the horrible anti-Semitic statements that they've made. You take a look at what they want to do to Israel. Take a look at the fact that they want aid, all of the aid, almost $4 billion, all of the aid cut from Israel. You take a look. You know what? The Democrats have to own it. And I say this, anybody that votes for a Democrat, they're voting for that. That's the face of your party. And that's very bad for Israel.
Why do you say no Jewish
Okay, these are things in the press conference you will not hear in the hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media. You won't hear this, okay? They wanted to. They are the face. Go to number 30, Josh, okay? It's AOC plus 3, but let's go to number 30 just for now, okay? They wanted to travel to Israel. Now, we're being redundant, but let's think about maybe a viewer that just joined. You do your own research, okay? The largest 40-some Democrats, 30-some Republicans, the largest congressional district, we are still in August, okay, but the largest congressional district, wait a minute, the largest congressional delegation, they went to Israel, a visit this month, August. They visited Israel this month. These two did not go. They wanted to go on their own. Okay. They wanted to embarrass Israel. They wanted to go to the West Bank. Is that where it's at? They wanted to go to the Palestinian territories. Rashid Tlaib, the one without a depends on her head, okay, she wanted to go visit her grandmother, okay? She's Palestinian, all right? She wants to kick. Listen, I keep saying listen. I know you get upset with that. But what I'm trying to do is clearly tell you that the woman, the Palestinian from Michigan there, wants to think, she thinks she's the chosen one. I really do, okay? She thinks she's the chosen one from the long list of like Yasser Arafat, okay? Josh, I don't have it, but Google Yasser Arafat and put a picture of him up there whenever you get a chance, okay? Because, you know, America, we kissed his ass. You can Google later today. I think he was offered admission into this country by Bill Clinton, okay? Just saying, okay? We had a policy not to negotiate with terrorists. That's what the media will tell you. But they will forget all about this guy here when Josh finds him and throws him up there. And the woman there is a Palestinian. And she believes, folks, she is the chosen one to carry on the great work of the terrorist, the Palestinian terrorist. Is it PLO? Or what it was he? I don't know who he was with. Or people's there he is. There's Yasser Arafat. I guess that's his name. Okay. There he is. And look him up later today. Look up the presidents that kissed his ass and felt he had power and showed him respect. I mean, when I see this guy, let me tell you who I see. I see the equivalent to like Al Sharpton. I really do. I mean, he is a domestic terrorist. This is a Palestinian terrorist. Now go back to the picture of the two Muslim congresswomen, okay? Now, Tlaib, the one without a depends on her head, she feels she's the chosen one. Media won't talk about that, to carry out Yasser Arafat's hard work, okay, in trying to create a Palestinian state for her people, okay? Remember, this is the woman that said she was glad, right, that the Palestinians gave up their land so Israel could have a country, so it could be a country. Really, go look at all the anti-Semitic things that these two have said. So they wanted to go, like the President of the United States, they wanted to go to Israel, embarrass the country. They wanted the press to show their embarrassment of the United States of America and Israel, okay? Now they want to defund Israel. They want to cut all aid, $4 billion. Why do you think Schumer is a nervous wreck, okay? Schumer's drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning these days. Oh, I'm telling you. He's bringing them in, and they're all shaking like this, and they got a drink. And he's like, do you realize how many Jews vote for me year after year after year after year because I go to their bar mitzvahs? You know, I got the whole Kushner affair. There's a lot of Kushners, Jewish Kushners. Okay, whatever. I got the whole Halpern affair this month. I got to go to the bar mitzvahs. You know, I schedule like 19, 20 bar mitzvahs a year, bat mitzvahs, whatever the hell. This is shooting my nerves. They're in trouble. Democrats have to own this. That's what the President of the United States, $4 billion in aid these two women want. And this guy says anti-Semitic. And what I absolutely loved is when the President of the United States said, that's only in your head, man. That's in your head, okay? So they're going nuts over that because they could lose the Jewish vote. Now, they're determined to collapse this economy. You need to know that. Okay, let's pass on from Israel for a minute. Let's go to, boom, boom, boom. Oh, great. I want to go to China. He's going to talk about 1414, Josh, and I will let you know when I want to come out of this one, because we're heading up at a top of the hour break. But let's go to 1414. This is where the president says he is the chosen one. Let's run that one now.
Capital G statute, but in 1992, Office of Legal Counsel opinion from the Treasury Department says
I read the same report as you. I'm not looking to do indexing. I've studied indexing for a long time. I think it will be perceived if I do it as somewhat elitist. I don't want to do that. I want taxes for the middle class, the workers, the people that work so hard. That's what I'm looking. I think indexing is really probably better for the upper income groups. I'm not looking to do that. But if I wanted to do it, I believe I could, but I'd need a letter from the Attorney General.
Taking America into a recession, is it worth it? And do Americans
So,
back that up?
the fake news, of which many of you are members, is trying to convince the public to have a recession. Let's have a recession. The United States is doing phenomenally well. But one thing I have to do is economically take on China. Because China has been ripping us off for many years. President Clinton, President Bush, and President Obama and others should have done this long before me. My life would be much easier, although I enjoy doing it, but my life would be much easier if I just said, let China continue to rip off the United States, all right? It'd be much easier, but I can't do that. We are winning against China. They've lost 2.5 million jobs in a very short period of time. They want to make a deal. It's got to be a deal that's good for the United States. When they want to make a deal, probably we will make a deal. But if I didn't do that, and I'm not doing it, somebody said it's Trump's trade war. This isn't my trade war. This is a trade war that should have taken place a long time ago by a lot of other presidents. Over the last 5 or 6 years, China's made $500 billion. 500 billion. Ripped it out of the United States. And not only that, if you take a look, intellectual property theft, add that to it, and add a lot of other things to it. So somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. So I'm taking on China. I'm taking on China on trade. And you know what? We're winning because we're the piggy bank. We're the one that all these countries, including the European Union, wants to rob and takes advantage of. European Union, $200 billion. China, more than $500 billion. Sorry, I was put here by people. I was put here by people to do a great job, and that's what I'm doing. And nobody's done a job like I've done. Now, would China rather wait for a little more than a year and try and get Sleepy Joe Biden to negotiate with instead of President Trump? Maybe, but I don't think so. You know why? They're losing too many jobs too fast. They had the worst year in 27 years, but I think it was actually 52 or 54 years. It's the worst year they've had in a half a century. And that's because of me. And I'm not proud of that, but you know what? They want to negotiate. And Sleepy Joe doesn't have a clue. Sleepy Joe said, oh, China's wonderful. Well, China is wonderful for China. But I'm wonderful for the USA.
Do you believe in the second coming of God?
Do you believe in the second coming of God? That's what that jackass Poindexter got out of there. You believe in the second coming of God? You're the chosen one? I was actually standing here. I missed when you said, Mr. President, I missed when you said Clinton, Bush, Obama. I missed that. See, I totally do not understand why you said you're the chosen one. So what I will do is I will spin that around every which way I can today. You will not see, okay? Trump, no one has done as good a job as I have. I'm doing a great job. I was hired by the American people. They gave me this job. I'm doing it. He's doing the job that just spins their heads off. Let's go over a couple of these. The fake news, which many of you are members of. I love those lines. Clinton, Bush, Obama, China has been, he says, hey, let's just go back Now they're talking about how he went after Obama, his obsession with Obama. No, folks. Clinton, Bush, Obama is what he's telling you about. Okay? He's the chosen one. He's the one that has to do it. He's the one that has to. 2.5 million jobs China has lost. It's not my trade war. The Trump trade war with China. It's not his trade war. It is something that Clinton, Bush, or Obama should have done, but they left it on my table. We are no longer going to be their piggy bank. They have ripped, okay? They have ripped $500 billion ripped out of the United States. We're not going to be their piggy bank anymore. He tries to tell you that China is sitting around. The media is saying, China is sitting around waiting for Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe doesn't have a clue. Doesn't have a clue. If China thinks, he sends a direct message, if you think you're going to sit around and keep bleeding your economy waiting for Sleepy Joe, you got another thing coming. Now, I will tell you this. Watch for China to come to the table. And let me say this is my little bold prediction. When China actually comes to the table, because the president's going to stay with what he's doing, okay? And the American people support him on China. But when China actually comes to the table is when you can pretty well be confirmed China feels they're going to have to deal with Trump for 4 more years. So watch for that. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap this up. We're staying on the press conference. I know you probably want to talk about some other things, but we are going to talk about guns, all right? Looking at a couple things. Take a break. We'll be right back and continue to break down this press conference with the president.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The summer truck event is here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. So come get a payload of savings on Georgia's favorite trucks, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs or more than $6,000 off Colorado crew cabs. Every Chevy truck and SUV is discounted for this special event. Don't miss out. The summer truck event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can follow the show, contact me. There's the social media email. And let's talk just a little bit before we get back to the President's Press Conference. Yes, I did look all the way around the internet this morning. I have several websites pulled up. There are several newsworthy. I only have 2 hours a day. There's several things that are very newsworthy. Maybe I should bring to you, but I was so upset yesterday watching the president's press conference and then watching how the media chopped it up and will not tell anyone the truth. So I thought, you know what, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this morning and try to break this press conference down and bring the truth of what really happened yesterday instead of the liberal hashtag deep state corrupt corporate media. Also, tomorrow, Friday, right? We're up to Thursday already. Friday is we'll be up at Sycamore Crossing in the morning. Great show. Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. The All-Star Political Panel. They never have anything to talk about. I mean, have you noticed that, Josh? It's like the All-Star Political Panel is always a blank. Really? Yeah, that's a joke. So we have the All-Star Political Panel. We have assembled the brightest minds. You see, when the president looked at that fake news reporter, it said, that's just in your head, okay? That's not the All-Star Political Panel. They are the brightest minds in the business. And we bring them to you every Friday morning. What else we got? North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton on Fridays. Community Relations Director Cameron Hall. Always round out our Friday with the Humane Society of Blue Ridge Pet of the Week. Rena, which you will meet Rena tomorrow if you're a new viewer. She always gets in trouble every Friday. Not really, but she gets in trouble because she never brings a dog that I don't want to take home with me. But that's all tomorrow at Sycamore Crossing at 8 a.m. in Blue Ridge. Always love the Friday show. But right after this at 10 o'clock, The Truth Set Free with Candace. Candace will be on with The Truth Set Free. That's a very good show at 10 right here on this network, fyntv.com. I don't know if I want to call us a network. Think of something, Josh, today. All right. Let's go back to the press conference, okay? Talked about Israel. We've talked about China, okay? Let's go into NBC and Sleepy Joe Biden. We did that one. All right, let's go to 1850. Excuse me, family separation. You know what I always say, Josh, and the viewers out there? The family incarcerated together stays together. Oh, I kill myself with that one. All right, so 1850, the media must find out. Are you going to put all the little kids back in the cages? All right, let's go there. And then when I tell you, Josh, we're going to switch over to 32 because they talk about it again there. So here is our press conference, liberal media bringing you kids in cages. Take it, Josh.
Why is it acceptable to lock up children indefinitely, which is what the result would be of rolling?
Well, if you remember, President Obama had separation. President Obama built the cells. He built the cages that you people always talk about and attribute them to me. President Obama in 2014 built those cages, and you were very embarrassed when the New York Times, as usual, and others put a picture of a cage and they said how bad Trump was, only to find out that it was President Obama that built those cages. So President Obama had separation. I'm the one that brought them together. This new rule will do even more to bring them together. But it was President Obama that had the separation.
How worried are you about the long-term traumatic effects that children might face if they're detained indefinitely because wars end?
Well, we're being very strong on the border. You see the numbers are way down. I want to thank Mexico for that. The United States could make that problem go away very easily if the Democrats would meet and we could fix the loopholes and asylum, which is what you're talking about to an extent. But let me just tell you, very much I have the children on my mind. It bothers me very greatly. People make this horrible 2,000-mile journey. One of the things that will happen when they realize the borders are closing, the wall is being built. We're building tremendous numbers of miles of wall right now in different locations. It all comes together like a beautiful puzzle. But one of the things that's happening when they see you can't get into the United States, or when they see if they do get in the United States, they will be brought back to their country. It won't matter if they get in or not because we're doing that. They won't come, and many people will be saved. and many women's lives will not be destroyed and ruined.
Joe Biden, Joe Biden, sir, Joe Biden, sir, you like to attack Joe Biden's staff? Will we see a payroll tax cut, which is aimed at
I'm not looking at a tax cut now. We don't need it. We have a strong economy.
Unlimited detention of migrant minors.
I am the one that kept the families together. Okay? You remember that, right? Just remember I said it. And now it gets even better. President Obama and others brought the families apart. But I'm the one that kept the families together. With what we're doing now, we'll do even more of that, but it'll make it almost impossible for people to come into our country illegally. Plus, we're building large sections of the wall. I won the lawsuit 2 weeks ago in the Supreme Court. We're building large sections of wall, and lots of other things are happening.
Okay, folks. You know, the President of the United States, go to 51. This is a poor quality picture, okay, but the media has gone nuts because Trump said Obama, Obama, Obama. Yeah, I'm sorry. Trump's obsession with Obama, okay, references him 20 times in 30 minutes in the CNN with reporters. In a chat with reporters, referenced him 20 times in 30 minutes. Now, apologize for the distorted picture. He looks at the reporter. Yes, I'm worried about the kids. Are you worried about the children? Yeah. So why don't you turn your ass around? Once I get on this thing, you see this thing with the whoop, 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 whoop. Those are the, you know, boom. I get on this thing over here, right? I leave. What you do is get your ass in the car, all of you, go over there to Capitol Hill and ask them if they are worried about the children. Ask them if they want to discontinue the cages that President Obama built. Ask them what to do. Plus, you keep saying children. What about women's lives that are destroyed in this 2,000-mile hike, okay? And it's not exactly the Appalachian Trail. What about that? Why don't you go talk to them and then come back and talk to me? Because you understand, I didn't build the cages that the kids are in. I didn't do it, okay? I've kept the families together. So we're going to move on from that, but I wanted you to hear, all right? I wanted you to hear what the president had to say, okay, concerning, I think we have, now let's go to background checks, okay? Everybody's up in arms on background checks. I don't know. Let's see. There's three. Is there 3 spots? I do know of 2. So let's go to this background checks. Now, Antifa is going to come in. All right. Josh, let's go to 157, 650, 844, 850, and 2335. We're going to play this. It's a little lengthy, but let's go to these spots. When I give you the high sign, switch to the next one. Okay, background checks. Let's start there.
But nothing like they did. Oh, I have an appetite for background checks. We're going to be doing background checks. We're working with Democrats. We're working with Republicans. We already have very strong background checks, but we're going to be filling in some of the loopholes, as we call them, at the border. And speaking about at the border, it would be really nice if the Democrats would indeed fix the loopholes, because it would be really nice. But despite that, I want to thank Mexico. They have 26,000 soldiers at our border, and they're really stopping people from coming in. So what happens is, with background checks, we're dealing with Democrats, we're dealing with Republicans, we're dealing with the NRA, we're dealing with gun owners, we're dealing with everybody. And I think we're going to have something, hopefully, that's meaningful. No, I didn't say anything about that. We had. Go ahead.
Mr. President, with regard to background checks, why shouldn't anyone who wants to buy a gun go through a background check? What's wrong with that?
Well, what we're doing is I want guns to be in the hands of people that are mentally stable. And those people, I want them to easily be able to get a gun. But people that are insane, people that are sick up here, I don't want them to be able to get a gun.
So wouldn't a background check be a good idea for anybody who wants to buy a gun? Wouldn't a background check be a good idea for anyone?
If a person is sick, if a person is mentally ill, if a person has done things in their past that are a horror, like in the case of Dayton, except it got expunged because I guess he was 17 years old when he wrote a list out, and the list said it was a death, not about guns. He had a kill list and he had a rape list. But it was 17, and one of the things we're talking about is getting rid of the age limit. He was 17, so when he turned 18, it was expunged. So we didn't find out about that. And a big percentage of the school, the parents wouldn't let their kids go to that school because they heard about it. Okay, it was a very big thing. When he was 18, it all went away. We can't let that happen.
Mr. President, 100 people a day die from guns.
I want a primary concern. Does your Justice Department plan to dust off the H-Brown law and prosecute the Antifa demonstrators under the law that makes it a federal crime?
We're looking at we're looking at a lot of different things relative to Antifa. Antifa, in my opinion, is a terrorist organization. You see what they've been doing. We've had great support on that. We're looking at various different things.
Why is come up with ways to hold migrant families longer? To hold migrant families?
Go ahead, behind you. Behind you.
So with Greenland entirely off the table, are you looking at any additional land?
No, we're just looking. Greenland was just an idea.
Mental illness democracy and gun violence problem. You really deny the incredible access to guns in the United States. This is part of the
There are
problem.
many, many things in play. People are talking about videos. People are talking about lots of different things. But we do have a way of bringing what we already have, because we have many, many, as you know, we have many, many people that are unable to buy guns right now. Many people are unable to buy guns. We have background checks, but there are loopholes in the background checks, and that's what I spoke to the NRA about yesterday. They want to get rid of the loopholes as well as I do. At the same time, I don't want to take away people's Second Amendment rights. I don't want to take away the Constitution having to do with gun ownership. And you know, we can't let that slope go so easy that we're talking about background checks, that all of a sudden we're talking about let's take everybody's gun away. People need weapons, unfortunately, for protection.
But so that word slope, that is an NRA talking point.
Oh, it's a Trump talking point.
But you originally said that
You approve one thing, then another thing, then another thing, then all of a sudden you're on that slope, and all of a sudden nobody has any legal protection. We have a Second Amendment.
Disagree with that.
We have a Second Amendment, and our Second Amendment will remain strong. Go ahead.
Was that the last one, Josh? Was that the last clip in that? I want to make sure I got all of them there. Just give me a note there if that was all of them. Okay. 100 people a day die in gun violence. Are you not worried about that? Yes, I'm worried about that. Yes, I'm concerned. What's wrong with you idiots? Total idiots. So there's the background check, because a lot of this I'm just playing for you because nobody's going to tell you the truth of what happened in this press conference. All they pulled out is I am the chosen one. Well, you know what? I am actually glad the American people chose him. Let's do Greenland and Denmark. Let's go there next. Okay. Then we've got to, and then I want to get to birthright citizenship, the Fed, ISIS. He covered everything, every single thing, but no, the media is not going to let you know that. So let's go to Denmark. We've got 3 clips there, Josh, and Greenland. All right. President Trump, if you say something ugly, all right, so if I say, well, you don't have to be ugly about it, right? He chooses nasty, and they freak out. But he will not let anyone disrespect the American people. Now, Greenland is something that has been discussed many times in this country, but only now is Trump off the crazy train. Is he on the crazy train off the rails by bringing it up? So let's go to 451 Denmark, and then I will bring up, there's 2 more after that in the clip, so we can get that one. Let's go with that one, Josh.
Can you explain your decision not to go to Denmark? Is it really because they wouldn't talk about selling Greenland?
No, Denmark, I look forward to going, but I thought that the Prime Minister's statement that it was absurd, it was an absurd idea, was nasty. I thought it was an inappropriate statement. All she had to do is say, no, we wouldn't be interested, but we can't treat the United States of America the way they treated us under President Obama. I thought it was a very not nice way of saying something. They could have told me no. This is something that's been discussed for many years. Harry Truman had the idea of Greenland. I had the idea. Other people have had the idea. It goes back into the early 1900s. But Harry Truman very strongly thought it was a good idea. I think it's a good idea because Denmark is losing $700 million a year with it. It doesn't do them any good, but all they had to do is say, no, we'd rather not do that, or we'd rather not talk about it. Don't say what an absurd idea that is. She's not talking to me. Excuse me. She's not talking to me. She's talking to the United States of America. You don't talk to the United States that way, at least under me. Now, President Obama, when they wouldn't let him land in the Philippines, when they treated him so badly in so many places, the Philippines is one that comes to mind. That's different. That's different. They can treat him any way they want to. That's up to him. But they can't treat the United States with a statement, how absurd.
Mr. President, quick question.
Let your wife do it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Who's the boss?
I am the boss.
I agree. No, we just looked at Greenland was just an idea, just a thought. Why? But I think when they say it was absurd and it was said in a very nasty, very sarcastic way, I said, we'll make it some other time. We'll go to Denmark. I love Denmark. I've been to Denmark. And frankly, we'll do it another time. Respect has to be shown to the United States.
Yesterday you said that Jews and everything used to go for Democrats are disloyal. To whom are they being disloyal, sir? And
Coming of God?
Well, we'll meet it sometime, but the Prime Minister used a terrible word when describing something that we've been talking about for years with our country. President Truman said, what about Greenland? And he talked about it very openly, and it was a big deal at the time. And I brought it up again, and it was discussed many other times. And I thought it was not a nice statement, the way she blew me off, because she's blowing off the United States. And we've done a lot for Denmark. We've done a lot. I know Denmark well. I have many friends from Denmark. I have many people from Denmark that live in the United States. And we treat countries with respect.
They served with us in Afghanistan.
Treat the United States that way by saying, what an absurd, she said, absurd. That's not the right word to use.
Didn't they serve with us in Afghanistan, sir? They served with us.
That's absurd. Absolutely absurd. So the Prime Minister of Denmark said it was an absurd comment to even consider the United States purchasing or talking to them about Greenland. Okay. Trump gets it. You could treat Obama, okay? And you're not getting this reported nowhere. The media, Trump said, you know what? You could treat Obama any way you want. Any way you want to treat Barack Hussein Obama, that's fine. You do what you want, but you will not talk to the American people that way. See, Trump gets it. Obama let us, the American people, get trashed all the time and let the world talk to us any way they want it. President said, you know, I just floated out, I'd like to talk about Greenland. It's not like, you know, Truman did it. It's not like it's never been talked before. And when you say that's absurd, you actually said that's absurd to the American people, and I'm not going to tolerate it. I will not tolerate you talking about the American people that way. Now, I'm going to take a break. When I come back, you're hearing a lot about the G7 becoming the G8. No one tells this story, okay? So the G7, okay, used to be the G8, and that included Russia. And then, you know, President Trump says, hey, Obama got outsmarted, by Russia, and then he cried to his European ally friends, and they kicked Russia out of the G8, which is now G7. I don't mind putting them back. Well, the media's in an uproar. Look at Russia did this, or Russia did that, and Russia did this. But the president of the United States explains why he would even entertain it. We'll do that as soon as we come back, okay? Russia, 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 right on the other side of this break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella-J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show everybody how they can contact the show, get in touch with me at any time. There you go. Now let's go back to the press conference, okay? So the media is spun out of control because they've went and they've got a statement from Angela Merkel from Germany, the chancellor, or whatever the hell she is over there. When is she going to be gone? And then the new Prime Minister, Boris said he don't think he's up with the old Russian thing, being a part of the G8. But Macron, okay, French president or whatever the hell they got over there, Macron, he kindly agrees with the Donald. So all you were hearing today is how despicable, it's disgusting. Just the thought of Trump bringing Russia into the meeting, right? Trump explains that. Now, the media will not let you know that, but let's go to 1220, Josh, and let's go into why the president of the United States says, hey, why not bring Russia back into the G7 and make it the G8 again? Play it, Josh.
Yeah. They outsmarted Obama. In fact, it was because they annexed Crimea. You know that they're still there.
That was outsmarting Obama. So Russia outsmarted President Obama. They took over during his term, not during mine, Crimea.
They're still there. Why let them in now?
They took over Crimea. If you'd stop being an organ of the Democrats, I mean, you'd let me answer the question, I'll answer it very easily. It's a very simple question. The fact is, President Putin totally outsmarted President Obama on Crimea and other things, including the red line in the sand, all right? He made a living on outsmarting President Obama. And frankly, because of it, Obama was upset, and he got Obama out of what was the G8 into the G7. It's come up, should we put Russia back in? We spend a lot of time talking about Russia at those meetings, and they're not there. I think it would be a good thing if Russia were there, so we can speak directly, not have to speak by telephone and other things. So, here's the thing. It's a vote of what's now the G7. They were taken out because Putin outsmarted on Crimea, on the red line, on other things. Totally outsmarted Obama. Obama was upset. They took him out. I think Russia should be a part of it because we're looking for world peace and other things, trade and other things, and it would be a lot easier to have Russia in where they had always been.
So they're still there, sir, but sir, they're still there, so why let them in if they're still there?
See, now, if that was Obama or any other president, we're looking for world peace would have made the headline. President would like to make the G8, would like to include Russia in the G8. Now, I'm not advocating for Russia. I think we got some serious problems there, but we are looking for world peace. That would have blasted all of the headlines everywhere, every single place. That's where it would not be, I'm the chosen one. It would be presidents looking for world peace. But no, it's not even brought up. Not even brought up. This president saying that. Now, what he's trying to tell, and like he said, look, if you would slow down from being a Democrat operative, I love the nerve of this guy. I swear to God, hey, if you would slow down being a Democrat operative with the whole Crimea, I get it, okay? But let me answer the question. What he's trying to say is they go to the meeting, the G7, and they spend enormous amount of time behind closed doors talking about Russia. They spend time actually, hey, get that Ruski on the phone. Let's put him on a conference call. I know they can't be in the G8, but we got to ask them a question because we're getting ready to do something and we want to see what the Ruskis think. So they go to these meetings, the G7, and Trump says we spend a lot of time talking about Russia. We spend a lot of time, making phone calls to Russia to see if we can get their input on something. Let's just get them in the damn room. Now, I'm not telling you whether I agree or disagree, but he actually, as the president of the United States, he explains to the American people very clearly why he's saying, hey, let's put Russia in the G8 again. I want world peace. Want to get some, they may be able to help us economically. throughout the world. We may be able to do some other things with them. Again, not advocating, but his answer and his reasoning is very clear. Not, well, Obama failed. Folks, he failed miserably. Vladimir Putin made a living out of using Obama for a punching bag. Bottom line, we spend an enormous amount of time talking about Russia and get the Ruski on the phone. Why don't we just bring him in to talk to him right there? I want world peace, but no. The Russia G8 is being looked. What's Russia have on him? I mean, he said it publicly. He didn't say it behind closed doors. He said it right there on the White House lawn. Oh, the Russians have something on him. I tell you, they got something on him. He wants them back in the G8. No. Hey, look, I went to a G8 meeting, and, for 2 hours we talked about Russia, and then we got 3 Ruskies on the phone to see what their opinion of something was. Why didn't we just have him at the meeting? That's why he's a businessman. Why don't you just bring him into the meeting? Let's find out. Okay. So I want to go to that. All right. And then let's see what else do I want to try to get. We got the Freedom Zone here. Let's see. I've got, we did that. Denmark, Israel, Russia, family separation, Joe Biden. Let's go with 2729. I like this one for a reason. And then we'll come back, and then birthright citizenship. We'll knock these out really quick because I want to get them. 2729. They love their president. President Trump is talking about the fake news that did not report his trip to Dayton or El Paso. So he thought he would report it himself, I guess. Let's go with that one, Josh. You got the number?
I did. I went to the hospitals. I will tell you this. I went to the hospitals. It was totally falsely reported. There were beautiful, very sad, horrible moments, but they were beautiful moments in the sense that these people, the families, and also the people that were so badly injured that I was with, they love our country. And frankly, you want to know the truth? They love their president. And nobody wrote that. Nobody wrote that because you didn't write the truth. New York Times doesn't like to write the truth. Sure, but they totally love our country, and they do love our president. So when I went to Dayton, and when I went to El Paso, and I went into those hospitals, the love for me, and me maybe as a representative of the country, but for me, and my love for them was unparalleled. These are incredible people. But if you read the papers, it was like nobody would meet with me. Not only did they meet with me, they were pouring out of the rooms. The doctors were coming out of the operating rooms. There were hundreds and hundreds of people all over the floor. You couldn't even walk on it. So, there's a lot to happen. The people in Dayton, let me just explain. People in Dayton, people of El Paso, these are incredible people. And those victims and the survivors and the families, I love those people.
Sir, what do you say to those critics? What do you say to those critics? Sir, the thumbs up of the migrants now, what do you say to those critics?
All right. They love their president. You guys lied once again to the American people, and that's why I'm bringing this up. But I do want to go to ISIS. Let's go to 2522. I'll give you the go here in a minute. 2522 ISIS. You're hearing the media, the hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media. Well, ISIS has reared their ugly head. They're back. ISIS is back. Coming to you on ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, and all the other lefty stations this fall. ISIS returns. So let's do 2522 and let the president tell you directly about ISIS.
Okay? We wiped out the caliphate 100%. I did it in record time. But at a certain point, all of these other countries where ISIS is around, they've been decimated, by the way, badly decimated. But all of these countries are going to have to fight them. Because do we want to stay there for another 19 years? I don't think so. So at a certain point, other countries, and that includes Russia, and it includes Iran, and Turkey, and Iraq, and Afghanistan, and Pakistan, and India. Look, India's right there. They're not fighting it. We're fighting it. Pakistan is right next door. They're fighting it. Very little. Very, very little. It's not fair. The United States, we're 7,000 miles away. We have decimated ISIS. You haven't been hearing much about ISIS. And we took the caliphate, 100%. When I took it at 98, I said, all right, maybe we go home now. Let these other countries handle it. Everyone went crazy. They said, do 100%. They said it was going to take a year. It took me a month, and they're gone. The caliphate is gone. And by the way, we're holding thousands of ISIS fighters right now. And Europe has to take them. And if Europe doesn't take them, I'll have no choice but to release them into the countries from which they came, which is Germany and France and other places. Because we beat them. We captured them. We've got thousands of them. And now, as usual, our allies say, oh no, we don't want them, even though they came from France and Germany and other places. So we're going to tell them, and we've already told them, take these prisoners that we've captured, because the United States is not going to put them in Guantanamo for the next 50 years and pay for it.
What's your deadline?
Sir, why should Americans...
Moving along my deadline,
Sir,
they
why
know.
should Americans be allowed to buy this all?
There you go. That's your ISIS update. They will not report that. The American people are not going to pay for these people to play volleyball down at Guantanamo Bay. We're not going to go down there, and we're not going to clean the place up, put their volleyball and their let them have everything they want that an Obama administration let them have at Guantanamo Bay for 50 years. We're not paying for it. Okay? So that is the president. Now, when I say this, that's the president of the United States of America's full explanation on ISIS, where they stand. But the media wants to blow up ISIS still exists. Where is the responsibility in the world? And that's what Donald Trump says. Okay, our president. Let's go. We got two more I got to do because I am going to finish. I will tell you our finish today is Apple Tim Cook. Because Apple Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, the comment the president made, it's the clearest. If you want to understand who Donald Trump is as your president, that comment to me is very clear. Let's listen to 3123 really quick, Josh, on birthright citizenship. Let's do that one so we can get to the close.
Say it. We're looking at that very seriously. Birthright citizenship, where you have a baby on our land, you walk over the border, have a baby. Congratulations, the baby's now a U.S. citizen. We're looking at it very, very seriously. I don't know how you found that out, but that's very good. We are looking at birthright citizenship very seriously. It's frankly ridiculous.
All right, I just wanted you to hear that. You have our Constitution. You have a choice to decide if you agree with the president or not. But he will come out and he'll be very clear on where he stands, okay? You may disagree. You may believe that 1 foot in and you have a baby, okay? I mean, you know, when someone finds out they're pregnant in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, somewhere in South America, you know, they run for the border, and that is our border, to get across there in that 9th month. And if you believe in just come in, have the baby, and there you go, free ride. Here's your ticket. You know, Willy Wonka, golden ticket. You won a free ride as a citizen. You can decide that, but the president is very clear, and the media will not report it. Now, we have the Freedom Zone with Candace coming up at 10 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here about 9:52 this morning. But I want to finish with this for a reason. Okay? Now, I told you the other day I did not, during the Obama administration, all right? During the Obama administration and many others, Apple was enjoying, all of the no tariffs in China, cheap labor in China, and your media would come on. Good morning, America. Wow, we're outside. Where are you at, Biff? Biff, where are you at? Well, I'm outside of the New York City Apple store where the line is 4 blocks down the street waiting for the new I this, I that, right? Exactly. When Apple, it was not a major release. Remember when Apple was just ripping off. Now, to me, ripping off Americans for overpriced phones, computers, or whatever is my opinion. They're not. It's a good product, and good company. And they were having the release, and they would press release that they're getting a new product, and the media would go crazy, and they would talk about it for a week, and they'd build it all up, and then the goofy little kids with the orange socks would go stand in line because they had to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade. I'm at a 6. I'm going to 7, baby. The camera's just a little sharper. Really? The mic is, it's clear. No. Boom. Get away from it, BKP. Point being is they were enjoying that. Now, Huawei or whatever they are that stole all their intellectual property, that is basically producing the iPhone all over the world, and it's really shot them out. And then Samsung, one of our favorite trading partners in South Korea, has done a very good job marketing in this country, from washers and dryers, you name it, TVs to your phone. Apple is feeling someone's taking a slice out of the apple. I've been waiting all day to use that one, right? So before we finish this morning, and I want you to listen to the soundbite. Let's go to 3243 and listen to the question asked. Now, here's the thing. It's not, there's a mix with these reporters. Democrat operatives, fake news. They really know what they're talking about, won't report it. And then there's that element of the ones in the crowd that just don't have a damn clue what they're saying. All right. Let's go to that one right there. What I said, let's see, 3243. And we'll come back. Let's listen to what the president says about Apple and Tim Cook.
Apple, sir. You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook. You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook of Apple.
I do.
Why more so with him than with other tech executives?
Oh, I have with everybody, but he's the one that calls me. You know why? That's why he's a great executive. Because he calls me, and others don't. Others go out and hire very expensive consultants, and Tim Cook calls Donald Trump directly. Pretty good. And I would take their call too. But the only one that calls me is Tim Cook. He calls me whenever there's a problem. He'll call. Now the problem was that Samsung, a competitor, good competitor, wouldn't be paying tariffs, and Tim Cook would. I got to help him out short term with that problem because it's a great American company. Samsung is in South Korea. Not fair that Samsung isn't hit while he's hit, right? But the reason I speak to Tim Cook, he's the one that calls me. The other ones don't call. They go out and hire for millions of dollars consultants that have less power than you do.
If Jews vote for Democrats,
You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook. Now, I'm not getting into Apple bashing my Apple this morning. You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook. Why is that? I'm a businessman, okay? I kindly understand why Apple is where they're at today, but Tim Cook picks up the phone and calls Donald Trump. He calls me. Okay. These other companies hire millions and millions of dollars of lobbyists and Tim Cook calls Donald Trump. He says, Mr. President, let's talk about this. This is hurting Mike. And I say, hey, you know what, Tim? You're a good American company. I got to figure out what to do. We got to get together. We got to figure this out. What are we going to do? I don't want to hurt your company. Right? Tim Cook picks up the phone and calls him. Now, my prediction would be that Donald Trump is going to do something where Apple is concerned because the man picks up the phone and calls. They're both businessmen. And he's trying to help Apple. Now, agree or disagree, but I think that last clip there is a very, very clear It's a way. How do I know this president? That's it right there. Josh, I do want to come up with a couple things this morning before we leave. Okay, let's go to number 52. This is what they're trying to sell you on background checks. Number 52. People don't even know what the hell they're talking about, let alone how to answer that poll. I'm not going to be able to get through every one, so let me get to a couple. That's that. This is go to 40, number 40. Hickenlooper is going to run. You're going to hear a lot about taking back the Senate, the Democrats taking back the Senate, and you're going to hear a lot about Cory Gardner, and Cory Gardner is going to kiss every Democrat's ass in Colorado. Republicans will probably base their fears of not holding the Senate and returning Mitch McConnell as the leader of the Senate on Cory Gardner. I have a fear of that myself because he is a wuss in Colorado. They claim that he's already down 53-40 with Hickenlooper was running for president, but that was basically to get his name out there a little bit, get some national coverage, and now it's on. Hickenlooper has always been used to try to work towards the Senate. Never was running for president. So that's that. Okay. Here it is, number 37. Number 37, the Denver Post. John Hickenlooper will run for U.S. Senate. Two-time governor there, sources say. So that is the Democrats' move on the Senate. Number 38, Al Gore's brother, their twin, Al Gore's twin, separated at birth. Really? I don't know. Number 38, Jay Inslee drops out of the 2020 presidential race. I didn't know he was really ever in it. He was just a crazy guy sitting there on the stage yelling climate change. Number 35, Josh, 35. O'Rourke compares Trump's comments to the Third Reich. They will not take time and break down the press conference, but they'll run and get him. Number 34, Biden. Trump doesn't know anything about Jewish history. Well, okay. Let me see what else I have here. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Some we did not get to, some we did. Hang on there, Josh. Hang on. I might have one more. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Number 9, ABC News sets moderator rules for third Democrat debate. Right here, number 8, here's the ones, candidates who have qualified for the third debate. There they are. That means they have told enough lies, manipulated enough people, done anything they could to beg you for $1 and to get a little support to get on the debate stage. Josh, let's go to number 1. There you go. That's AOC plus 3. I'm your host. I'm out. It's time for the Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free, right here on FYNTV.com. We will see you tomorrow morning, Sycamore Crossing in Blue Ridge.